You know, I mean, you have to gauge who that person is, and it's just almost impossible to do day one.
I mean, I think that's just very hookup. Like,
yeah, come
over tonight. I'm like, dude. I also have a rule. If you don't know my middle name,
I can't be a hypocrite. I've done that.
We're recording. We're recording. So we can go whenever you're ready.
Do you remember the band Lifehouse?
Give me a song.
'Cause I'm halfway there. And you take too long. Halfway gone. Halfway gone. Welcome back, Radiators. What's up, everybody?
We have a guest today, and our guest is in the corner with his hands.
He doesn't want to be here.
Head in his hands.
He said, "Why did I come again?"
And
I found out he hasn't listened to every episode, so why did we invite him again?
Can't say that I know, though.
I'm not a diva, but like, some would say I am.
She's a diva.
I'm the diva.
She's a diva, and you know what? That's fine.
You know what, guys? Sorry, I feel like it's a little chaotic right now.
Okay.
Kind of lost my balance for a second. I really need to get cat litter. Really need to do that.
Okay.
That's what I'll be doing after this. But
all right.
Issa, how are you? How was your day?
I had a long day at work. Just a working woman filming some people.
Can I just say that I love that you're balancing your phone with your credit card?
True. Do I have money on this card? No. So if you're gonna try,
don't show your numbers like that. People can zoom in.
Yeah, because I have facts today, but we do have a guest coming in, and I don't want to block him with this beautiful laptop. So I'm innovative at this point.
I love that for you.
We have a great
Some would
guest.
say that all college students are innovative. I don't know where that's coming from.
But yeah, where is that coming from? Like, explain.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really have a thought process that one.
I hear what you're saying. I don't
know. Sometimes I feel like we can really make the most out of
the
yes.
least. You're right.
You know?
You're right.
Thank you.
No, you're right.
I'm always right.
I don't know about that one.
Anyways.
Oh, we do have an audience today. Thank you.
That sounds awfully sad.
Thank you.
I feel like nobody wants to be here right now.
Do I want to be here?
Do you want to be here right now?
I want to be here
Oh my
more
God.
than anything. Do you want to be here?
I want to.
Show off your new jacket.
If you're watching on the YouTube right now, can you take a look at my fit right now?
Please do.
This jacket, $2. $2.
I honestly didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a green tag. It was 75% off.
Wow.
It was amazing.
See? Innovative. Anyways.
Thank you.
So how was your day today?
It was good. Honestly, I can't really remember much.
You went to Sipsy's.
Yeah.
I thought someone was touching my booty. It was just Lila. We're all okay here.
He's
I was
so
like,
cute.
yes, come on, dude. I thought it was.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Hands off.
I'm just kidding.
Hands off the merchandise.
So,
speaking of merchandise, guys, can you please tell them what your mom called you about yesterday?
We have big news, ladies and gentlemen.
We have big news. We always kid around about merch.
We're having merch, and it is just one item, and in the world they're only made two right now, so there are only two sweatshirts.
They're gonna go fast.
But I'm gonna post the picture right here. If you're watching on YouTube, you will be the first to see. If you've noticed that there's a couple phrases that we both say together.
And
one of them,
it wasn't until they said it that I was like, ooh, I do say that.
We say moving forward so much. Like, we'll get on a topic, we're like, moving forward. Like, let's just move forward.
No, because like I just ramble.
Yeah. So like, it could be used as multiple things, like moving forward in life, moving forward in the conversation,
which never even meant to be like that.
But
it just works out.
In a couple podcasts, we'll be wearing them, and then maybe I'll come back.
I'm excited. Wait,
yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, so cute. And so it's actually funny because my brother's ex-girlfriend, one of them, because she's so awesome,
Kenneth.
and she works with my mom, and she designed them, and they're really cool. They have like a flower, and it's a word, and it's really cool. If you're listening,
It's a butterfly.
Did I say flower?
Mm-hmm.
Butterfly. I meant butterfly, which doesn't matter. So thank you, Gato, for making that. It's really awesome. She listens to our podcast.
Does she really?
She does.
We love you. I love you more.
We love you. Moving on. So that was a bit of an update. I will say for today's episode, it's about online dating and stuff like that. I was looking up some facts. You did a poll. I'm really excited. And I have a hot topic. But do we bring the male on For the hot topic?
God, y'all know how I feel about testosterone.
Y'all know how I feel about
I told Jessica earlier, like, I don't really know if I want to be around male testosterone right now. Like, I'm just kind of, ladies, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes that time of the month is coming. I feel it coming. And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to be about the male species right now.
But I will say...
But I'm dealing with it. You know what? Introduce him, and I will try to be nice.
I will say that the guys that we do have, they're good guys. Have meaning friends. So they're good guys. So we got a good guy coming on. So... I love that I can't.
I'm kidding.
Find...
I'm kidding.
Okay. So, the guest that's joining us today is You're 20?
I am 20.
Is a 20-year-old man. He is.
I guess I'll walk on now.
I'm not
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm not done introducing.
Oh, okay.
I'll do you.
Fucking the shot.
It's okay. The guy we're introducing is a 20-year-old man who is majoring in broadcast performance.
Mm-hmm.
He loves watching sports, reading, and doing podcasts. This is actually not his first podcast, so he should know what he's doing. He's the male version of Grayson over here, and he is super excited to join us to talk about online dating. Please welcome Mason Anderson.
I wanted you to crawl.
No. What do you think I am?
He's 2 seconds in, and he already messed up.
It's okay.
Well, you know, I already showed up in shot beforehand.
That's fine.
No, you didn't, because Issa's editing that out.
I kind of want to leave that in.
Just do it. It adds comedic value.
It tells a story.
It tells a story of our time.
Are we sure?
We're not perfect.
No,
okay?
no one is.
Welcome, Mason.
Thank you.
Are we
for
already
having
getting
me.
deep?
We are.
Alright, do you ever have a perfect complex?
I have multiple existential crises.
Oh.
But
That's a big word.
Who doesn't in this world of college that we live
And
in?
if you say you don't, you're lying.
Exactly. If you say you don't,
Wait.
you're lying.
Why am I crying?
Like, we keep talking, Grayson like disappears.
The podcast must continue.
So this is not your first podcast.
No.
But this will be the best.
Wait, did we say his name?
Yes.
Mason Anderson.
Oh my God.
You were mad at him for
I
doing
just checked out. Can I just say, his jar literally says Mason, because Mason jar. Thank you.
I exclusively
Thank
drink
you.
out of them.
He is not drinking out of a middle straw because
No.
he is a peasant. So,
I am.
I'm kidding.
I am.
Actually, Dana, homegirl, I need my straw back. Thank you.
She'll be watching this. Dana, I know you were probably a little intoxicated last time, so maybe we'll give you that as an excuse. Moving forward.
Moving forward.
We have a Hot Topics segment,
Yes.
and you're going to be involved.
All right,
This
sweet.
is about Colton Underwood.
Oh, God.
Are you ready?
Again?
So
The difference is we're not racking in millions of views like Dan is.
Dan, what's it? Dave.
Dave
Neal.
Oh my God. It's been that long that we've watched him that I actually forgot his name.
Dave Neal.
Dave Neal.
Dave Neal.
Dave Neal, you are an American hero.
Yes, you are. We
God.
salute you. Mason, if you don't know, The Bachelor has some drama. One of the male leads for one of the Bachelors has been given a restraining order
Right.
by his ex-girlfriend, and he was supposed to go to court yesterday for that.
Right.
He didn't go.
He didn't show up.
As you would.
He didn't show up, but they're saying that he didn't show up because she has now filed a police report. Before, like, first it was a restraining order, now it's a police report for the trackers because he admitted in person that he did put the trackers. So now she's filed a police report, and so what people are speculating is that he didn't show up to court because he doesn't want to perjure himself. Like, he doesn't want to say anything. They want to get all their information together.
Right.
So he
Or
didn't show up
maybe
to court.
he's just a big titty baby.
Perhaps.
That could be it too.
Perhaps.
The point is, he could be charged with misdemeanor by what Cassie is accusing him of, and the judge ordered an extension on the restraining order for another month until the court date.
Right.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
I always thought it was crazy, but now she's saying that he admitted it
He did admit it
in person.
Yes.
As you
When
would.
did they see each other?
Oh, I don't know if he admitted it to Cassie. I think to the lawyers, to her lawyers.
Gotcha.
But they're not talking in person. It's only their lawyers are communicating. So, the thing is, when I was listening to Dave talk about this, he brought up domestic violence, domestic abuse, like in America, and how it's a huge issue. And actually, 50% of murders for women are all caused by their partners or ex-partners or anybody that they're even intimate with.
I believe it.
So
People are nuts.
it's a crazy statistic.
Cold-blooded killers.
Yeah. What do you think?
So,
Do you have that in you? Could you kill the person you're with?
no. Sadly, I can't.
It just got really dumb.
I know a lot of people out there are probably like, they just want that, but
Yeah.
I can't provide that, sadly.
Women, if you're into that, he's not the one.
I'm not your
I only want you to swipe right on me if you're gonna murder me in 6 months. Thank you.
Yeah.
People like that.
But what I will say though is that I can't really speak on a lot of stuff like that because, quite frankly, I don't have a ton of information.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to gather a lot of information before I speak on topics. But what I will say though is that in terms of the statistic, and I'm drawing blanks on it, but I do kind of remember what you said. It kind of comes as in the source of sense of entitlement.
Yep.
From certain males where they believe that that they have a right to it.
Yeah.
And that they just can't fathom the idea of someone else having it. So it's very much if I can't have it, no one can.
So true.
You know what I mean? And it's sad, but it's sad. The fact that is that it is sad, but it is even sadder that is even a reality.
Yeah. That's exactly what he said. He was like, it's a sense of entitlement and like possessiveness. So people who are in relationships where it's like possessive very quickly, that self-obsessed love, it's like that's a huge red flag.
Right.
Because it could end up.
It's just crazy to me that, like, thinking back, watching his season.
Yeah.
He was showing those signs, but we were just like, oh, he's so in love with her. He jumped a fence. He's so upset. No.
Yeah.
It's actually insane. A part of me, do you think they're going to talk about it at all? Like, before
They should.
The Bachelorette starts next week, guys. New season. Yep. And we're going to talk about that right after this. I just want to give it, like, y'all's hot take on, I don't know if you know anything.
I'd certainly think that it's a PR nightmare for that thing, trying to explain to a group of people, hey, one of our contestants is a sociopath.
I've seen some people, like, try to justify his actions, saying like, well, he's involved with charity, he's not a bad guy. And I'm like, are you insane?
Right. And
they're the women that want to get murdered.
Right.
The ones that are justifying that, they'd be okay with it.
And so I highly doubt that the studio and the executive producers even discuss something like that, because again, if you look up PR nightmare in the dictionary, this is probably one of them.
Yeah.
Also, they might not, just because it is an ongoing case.
Yeah, and that's also true. Is that because it is ongoing? You can't say.
I would
anything.
assume, maybe if there was already like a trial and stuff, or like whatever,
Yeah, they probably can talk about it.
But they're probably not going to talk about it. Thinking about, like, it is an open case. So
yeah.
Either way, Daddy Chris, Mr. Chris Harrison, baby, I'm so sorry. You've had to deal with some nuts on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm looking you right in the eye right now, and I just want you to know
Dedicated.
you already make so much money, but you deserve every penny and more. Thank you.
And let me just add on to that. We know that you knew Colton was crazy back then, because we rewatched.
Do you remember?
And you were like,
when he jumped over the fence. Literally, and I quote, Daddy Chris goes, what the fuck? Of course, they beeped it out because,
but he was like, Colton, do you think she, like, Chris was trying to be straight up with Colton, so we respect you for that, because no one else saw it but you.
That Colton might, like, punch him in the face.
Colton's a huge guy.
He is.
He lost his virginity to Cassie. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
The restraining order stuff?
Colton, the man who's
like
being
the fact
charged,
that he is so, like, do you think that adds like an effect, the fact he did lose it, or do you think I personally, yes, it does, but at the same time, like, I genuinely think he just had that in him as well
as a man.
I think stuff like that, like possessive traits and stuff like that, that's not really something that you lose by losing your virginity, or that you gain by losing your virginity.
It's always been in your blood.
Yeah, it's a learned behavior from somewhere.
Yeah.
Possessive traits are not something that you innately have.
Yeah.
A lot, and this just goes for humans. A lot of humans, when they are learned creatures, we learned our personality from somewhere else. So he probably learned it from somewhere, and losing his virginity doesn't change that fact. It may amplify it, if anything, but I don't think it was the reason.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so the last thing that I was listening to Dave talk about was Colton's confused because he apologized before this happened, so he doesn't know how it got here, which brings the point of just because you apologize about something, it might be too late.
Well, yeah.
This is not, I took your freaking pizza. This is like I was stalking you. And like, you know.
So, and again, an apology is words only go so far.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, you said it, but you are still currently trying to stalk me. So what value do your words really have?
Exactly. And I honestly do think there is other stuff that we may not know. Like, I genuinely do think that there's probably been multiple red flags during the relationship while they were still together. And, you know, so it's like, it would take a lot for an ex to be, I don't know. I'm not saying like Cassie just, she doesn't seem the type to like one thing and then police, you know. I feel like it takes a lot to get to that point. Also, I mean, she's very close to her family, so that probably played a role in it too.
Yeah, I don't see her trying to. I don't see her trying to be in the drama like at all. So the fact that she even had to do this probably wasn't her decision.
Has she posted anything about it?
No, she posted.
She probably can't actually.
She posted a picture of herself like smiling, and all the comments were filled with it. But I don't think she's like said anything about it. Yeah, she probably can't. Anyways, that kind of leads us into online dating because there are horrific stories that have happened in online dating. But we'll start with the positives. Are you on dating apps?
I am. I'm on both Tinder and Bumble.
Okay.
I'm trying my hardest.
You're killing it. Keep doing it. Have you ever been on dating apps? And if so, which ones?
Yes.
Which ones? Can you disclose that or no?
Yes. I was on Tinder and Bumble.
Okay. Have you ever used Hinge?
No.
I did not know what that was until you told me about it the other day.
And actually there's so many more. Hinge is not even the top. There's like, I was looking up, there's like a lot. Okay, there's a lot. But Tinder is a $10 billion company at least.
I'm not surprised at all.
10?
Were they the first, like app-wise?
They were the first to add the swipe.
FarmersOnly.com.
That may have been the first one, but literally no one used it.
Christian Mingle?
There's
oh my God!
I will
Holy
say,
Spirit, take the wheel.
Tinder actually was kind of like Facebook in the way that like it was used for only for college campuses. Right. It was called Matchbox or something.
Matchbox.
Something like that. It was only used college campus, and then it expanded because everybody wanted to do it.
Right.
So, have you ever had? What are your experiences with Tinder?
So,
first of all, actually, which one do you prefer?
Honestly, not gonna lie, I kind of prefer Bumble because I am introverted naturally, and a lot of times on Tinder, people will swipe on you and they'll be like, oh shit, I swiped right on him, you know what I mean? I didn't want to. So then when you match with them, they just go into unmatch, and then you're like, well,
that's rude.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Bumble, the girl is the one that has to reach out first to the guy. Whereas Tinder, it's like both of them, like girl or guy, but typically
the guy will have to do it.
And then, but I think the cool thing with Bumble is that it's just not about relationships. It's also about business.
You can
and
do business
friendships.
and friends, which I think app-wise, that's really it's a lot better because you provide a lot more variety to the people that want to use it.
Yeah.
But even then with Bumble, it's like you get a better sense of like, oh, this person may like actually like me, you know what I mean?
I also look at the colors of the apps. I feel like that says a lot too, because is Bumble still yellow? Like
it's a gold yellow.
I see that like is much more calming than me. Than it's like Tinder, it's like hot,
the fire red.
Yeah, it's.
Do you agree with the statement that Tinder is more for hookups, Bumble's more for dating?
I 1000% agree with that statement. Because if that wouldn't be true, why was it that every girl that posts a Tinder bio says no hookups?
Ooh, that's so true.
Like you have to, like, again, I'm not a female, so I cannot speak on that side.
Yeah.
But if almost every single person is putting that in there, no matter who it is, unless you're into that, which no shade,
no
but
hate.
you know.
Right.
perhaps.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I never really thought about that. I do think that Tinder's definitely more for hookups. What about you? Do you think that?
Yes.
What? What happened? I missed it.
I have water in my mouth.
Well,
I'm in such a weird mood right now.
Are you okay?
I'm all over the place. Yes, I'm fine. I'm perfect. Okay. I'm great. Thank you for asking.
You are perfect. I wanted to, before we get into it, also read y'all some facts about Tinder and everything and see how I think. So, about 50 million people are using Tinder, right? Like actively. That's a lot of freaking people.
Just imagine the amount of people laying in their bed, all lonely, just swiping. Hold on, before you get into this, actually, did y'all know? I found this out from a dude a while ago. He literally would just swipe every single girl just to see
desperate
who he would match with. Yeah.
Well, 46% of men swipe right 46% of the time, while women only do it 14% of the time.
Holy moly!
Makes sense.
So it does make sense.
That's really funny.
And I will say, I have been on both for women and men. 10 times the guys. Like, if I'm on it for guys, it's like 10 times the more matches. So after I read that, I was like, that makes so much sense. And women look for more of if they're religious, their political backgrounds, if they have smiling in their pictures, and guys only care about the pictures. For the majority, not all of them.
Right.
But, like, the difference was kind of wild. Right. So what do you look for? Like,
well, for me, I mean, how much can you learn from a person from just a collection of words?
What's your typical type? Let's lead with that.
Oh gosh.
Let's get into detail.
Yes.
Oh boy.
You need to look at this right now as an opportunity to find yourself a partner.
Post this picture on your Bumble feed or Bumble, whatever.
Mom, if you hear this, I'm sorry.
Yes,
if you listen to this podcast, I'm sorry.
Yes, we need the deets.
So,
are you more of a butt guy or are you more of a boob guy?
Good question.
No, I'm not. I plead
personality?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, we respect that.
So my typical type is, well, first off, let me say this. This is a PSA for all Tinder girls out there. It doesn't matter if it boggles my mind how many people just put nothing in their bio. But dude, why are guys such dry texters? You literally, we are trying to go off something.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say, oh man, you're hot. Like, that's, like, then you can sexual assault. Like,
yeah, okay.
Like,
I hear what you're saying.
It's happened before. And
with
so,
you?
No, not with me.
Amazing, you're hot.
No.
I can just imagine. It was a Tuesday.
I said it. You see police sirens outside my apartment.
Mason was chilling in his boxer briefs on the couch, watching a little NFL football. He was feeling lonely. He just wanted some companionship.
Most
like, you know what? You're hot.
You're hot, love.
No,
and
see,
show me what
no
you
reply.
got. Yeah. So I hear what you're saying.
So what I will say is that there's a Goldilocks zone to it, because I don't want nothing, but I don't want you to write an essay about me. Like, people like if you're actively writing an essay about yourself, I'm like,
I feel that.
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read that.
Because then there's no room for conversation.
I'm trying to remember what my Tinder bio was. Oh, this was a long time
I
ago. I was witty. I
think mine was. Because it's a commercial. It's an Allstate commercial where it goes, I'm just a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate.
Okay, that's cute. I like that.
It's just because I just think it's a funny phrase. Like, there's literally no... Someone actually asked me, they were like, why'd you have this? I was like, I don't know, it's funny.
There you go.
I said, I don't know, it's funny. Like...
Yeah, I think that's a good caption.
And so... So what I look for is, obviously I have a preference, like...
Oh yeah, your type.
I'm sorry... I have my type of, like, physical...
Don't say sorry.
Like, physical form.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have that. But I also want...
Which is?
Do you like a fit girl? Do you like a skinny girl? Do you like a curvy girl? Okay, so you're not going to answer the physical form.
I'm not going to answer that question. You can't... But I will partially answer it.
I respect it.
I will partially answer it.
Okay.
I don't want to break a bone.
Give it up right now! He said I like them thick. Okay.
No, I said I don't.
Okay.
I said
okay, what about hair color? Is that safe? Like, do you care?
I don't care.
Okay.
Like, I don't care.
Okay.
I say this because I've dyed my hair pink. Like, I don't
Respect
care.
you for
He
that.
has. I have picks.
So do
So
we
I will
have?
say, I don't want to break a bone.
Oh, your bone or her bone?
I don't want to break a bone.
Oh!
Wait, you don't want to break
Like,
a bone?
I don't want my femur to be snapped in two.
Oh wait, so you don't like them thick?
No!
Okay, asshole. Asshole. That's such an asshole thing to say.
It's really not because we did. I did apply because I thought we were talking about skinny girls, and we shouldn't shame skinny girls either. So
No, like-
you're not. That's his preference. That's his preference. Wait, I'm.
Okay, but like, let me
That's his preference.
give it some context though. Like,
I thought you meant her.
I'm literally dying on the inside saying this.
This is why you wanted to plead the fifth.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to plead the
Okay,
fifth.
no, continue.
And you
It's
guys
fine.
peer pressure me. See, kids, Dare works. The Dare programs worked.
She's right.
Don't
Okay.
succumb to peer pressure.
I'm over here thinking, okay, Mason.
But
Okay.
what I
No,
will say though,
okay.
is that to me it matters more like the personality of the person that I'm
Yeah.
dating, because like I want it's kind of like you want someone that you can like vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't come up with a better verb for it.
Yeah.
So I want someone that like I don't say has like because I don't say has my same personality, because that's very I have a very unique, spontaneous, buoyant, whatever adjective you want to come up with kind of personality. But I at least want someone who's not like someone who like
You don't want to talk to a wall.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to a wall.
You
Have a little
touch yourself.
flavor.
Nor do I want to have it to where it's like I'm the only like whatever I'm like, hey, like if me and person X, female X, we'll call them, is like, what do we want to do? And I say and then okay, I'm like I don't want to do that, because I feel like I'm running the show. There's no
equal balance.
there's no
everything.
there's no equilibrium to it. There's no ebb and flow to it. It's
Yeah.
like all one way. And then someone says, well, I don't like that. I'm like, well, tell me, like,
Yeah, I feel that.
you know what I mean? It's a struggle to say
I feel
the
that.
very
It's a
least.
struggle out here. Okay, so that's your what? What do you
I'm
think?
just taking it all in.
So that's your physical. Do you
That's my
like
preference.
preference? Do you like athletes? Do you like smart books? Not that you can't be an athlete. In
Right.
person.
I mean, again, like I said, to me, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you do. I mean, I'm going to do my thing no matter what it is. So, like,
Yeah.
if I date a
She is
person
love.
and they know nothing about sports,
Yeah.
and I want to go into that's like what I
True.
want to do. Obviously, I have a walking sports center. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, but I don't care. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and if they think that's a turnoff, you're lost. Like,
Bye.
I need that confidence.
like you're lost. I mean, it's not so much confidence as like I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like I at this point, I'm very much like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Like who you want to like. It's more. I thought you were saying what I thought you were saying, and then we realized that
I thought you were
weren't.
making it sexual, and saying break.
Oh no, I'm saying like
No, we got you.
goes
We got
on
you.
here, femur goes up and snaps. Regardless of that, I've said what I've said. It's in recording. It's in stone now.
Okay. Let's move on. Okay.
Moving forward.
Okay, let's move on. So when did you get on? Okay, we're gonna go back into the dating apps. When did you get on these apps?
It's been like, I want to say, almost about a year.
Okay, there was an increase in March when COVID started by like a lot, like by like 30%,
Right.
which obviously
Makes sense.
makes sense. And
I wonder how many more people got premium?
I think a lot.
Premium.
They make some money.
It was like $14 a month.
That's and 50 million people actively using it right now.
That's
let's say
absolutely
let's say 30% of them have the premium.
You're making bank.
Oh my god! And they're just making money from the ads that they have.
With free
Anyways,
advertisement.
so the point is that there are a lot of people on the app. So do you think it's better dating online or in person?
In person.
Like, do you rather dating in person?
I would rather do it, but
Why?
so why is because it's very hard to gauge someone through text,
Very true.
and it's I again like you can't really tell how, because like there are some people who are just bad texters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
do you consider yourself a dry texter?
I try my hardest not to be, but sometimes sometimes I am, but honestly, it's when the wells run dry, and I'm like, I don't know what to talk about anymore. You know
I feel like you. Okay, do you agree with this? Like, if they like you, they're gonna text.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's not gonna be dry.
Let me say this: it is predetermined whether or not a girl will like you.
Yeah.
No amount of texting that you do.
Yeah.
Will change that.
Yeah.
If they like you, the moment they match with you, you know because they'll respond like. Yeah. I can't snap, but
I got you. Don't worry. I got the snappers on.
Add the sound effect in post.
Do you how do you feel about that? Like, do you think before Vincent, when you would like someone, you would text a lot? Are you always a dry texter? Are you always an excited texter?
I was a very good texter.
Yeah.
I'm very, what's the word? Charismatic texter. A lot of emojis, a lot of GIFs.
Cute.
I like to keep the conversation going. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
it was pretty quick from, I would hate message on the Tinder app. I would ask for the number pretty quickly.
Me too.
there.
I hate that crap. Me too.
Yeah.
Right.
But some people are weird about asking for snaps too early, which I feel I don't know why.
Right.
I would much rather have the number.
Yeah, or the number
annoying.
or something.
Yeah.
Just moving off of the app.
Right, and I mean, because it just seems awkward to message on anything else other than Snapchat and text messages. Like, let's be honest here. Like, Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs, Tinder, Bumble, it's the same thing, but it just doesn't feel
it doesn't,
right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm texting, I'm I feel gross.
Like, it's
I'm texting what I would be texting in text, but I just feel gross.
I'm just trying to find my wife.
Have you? Okay, I don't know if you might plead the fifth on that one, so I'm gonna throw this to the whole table. Have you ever looked on the apps for hookup purposes only, or are you more like, I'm trying to date, I'm trying to find a girlfriend?
I've never hookups because honestly, I respect the people on the app too much to do that.
What about you? That's very sweet. Oops, so sorry about that. What about you?
Oh, hookups.
Okay,
1,000%.
The yin and the yang.
Never relationships, because
no.
I really respect.
So here's the thing.
Salute you.
Here's the thing. I mean, we've kind of had this conversation in the past before. Like, I literally was in college and never had been kissed before, barely had flirted with a guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, what better way to do it than get on an app? And like I said, I was very charismatic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not saying I went crazy.
No.
I had my fun.
She's in a
Take
committed
that however you want it, but
do with that what you will.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say, and everybody's terms of hookups is different. When I say hookup, I don't mean sex.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But hookup.
A hookup.
What do you define as hookup?
I don't know.
Because I don't either. I don't define sex.
I don't have a definition for it because, quite frankly, it's all I see is no hookups. I'm like, well, that doesn't apply to me, so.
No hookups.
Yeah.
Because, when I say hookups, my mom thinks it's, I guess that generation means sex. I've never seen, the word hookup as sex. I've seen it as, just hookup. Mm-hmm. Other things.
Yeah, I think to me, honestly, I think the more, I don't want to say quote unquote fun part of Tinder, I think to me was just I made some pretty good friendships through
cool.
it.
Yeah.
It made may not necessarily talk to them anymore, but it was sometimes it was kind of cool. Some of them went to Sam Houston and I wasn't even at Sam Houston yet. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of cool knowing I kind of have connection. We had pretty early on it was no we'll just be friends, you know. But it's kind of cool I'm going to be transferring to this college. I kind of know somebody, you know.
Right.
So and I think I actually used Bumble for business purposes.
Oh really?
For moments of grace. Yeah.
Oh, I've never used that.
Mm-hmm.
I've swiped over, but not yeah. I feel with me, I would say, I don't know if I want to answer that question, actually.
I remember, you know who, in our 225 class, the one that you saw me talking to.
Oh, Mason was in it, too.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. You're right. But in that
I was about to say, what class?
No, we had class together in that class. Let's continue, please.
So, I remember pre-Vincent, I was still, I was on Tinder or whatever, And I remember him, you know how he was like super godly or whatever, and like...
Who, Vincent? Oh, the boy we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not Vincent.
Oh, okay.
Vincent. Yeah, Vincent is godly too. But
yeah.
Okay. Talking about this certain individual, he had messaged me like separately, like texting, because he had seen my Tinder profile, and he was like, "What's a good Christian girl like you on Tinder?" And I was like, "Excuse me, sir, why are you on Tinder?"
Oh, him? He did it?
He was on Tinder, yeah. I was like, "How else would he see my profile?"
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Ha ha ha, LOL." I'm like, you need to get out of here with that. You're trash. Moving on. Moving forward.
I have met some weird people on Tinder, and I met some really cool people, though, actually.
Right.
Some people have shocked me. Should I tell the story about, the voice? Just know, let me just put a preface out there. If you are going to go on a date with someone, at least FaceTime maybe before.
Make sure they're real, first of all. And I know Tinder, like, I think, do they still have that identification?
Tinder just started it. Bumble has always done it.
Okay, yeah. That's a good thing, too.
Yeah,
but even then, like, people can still figure out a way to, like, especially if it's, like, you're catfishing, like, with your best friend or something. You know what I mean? That's, you could take their license. Like, people are weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, continue.
Yeah, just don't have you ever been catfished?
No, because,
I think it's pretty much impossible now, honestly.
I've been catfished.
You've been
impossible.
catfished?
I'll tell you about it after. Please continue. It was heartbreaking.
So
I've been broke so many times.
You're gonna be so mad about it. Please.
So, I have been catfished because, quite honestly, I haven't actually met up with a lot of the people that I match with, and whenever I
You're so sweet.
start talking.
Hold on. I know my moods are all over the place. For anyone who's watching, Mason is actually a really sweet guy.
He is.
As much shit that I am giving him,
Yes,
he's a really sweet guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
He's a sweet guy.
He's a sweet guy.
So what I will say though is that the people that I have a match with and that have actually talked to me have either stopped talking to me, or when I met them, I kind of sit there and go like,
okay,
nah.
I want you to pull up your Tinder right now.
Oh, you mean
keep talking. Keep talking.
Can I tell the story how I got
Yes.
catfished? So this was, freshman year of college. I was trying to figure myself out. Matched with this girl. We talked for a while, actually a lot. Ooh, this is about to expose me. Guys. Then one day, this person was like, I have to tell you something. I said, what? And she, who I thought was she said, I'm a boy. I said, what? I said, sir, I'm trying to get away from boys. What do you not understand? And I literally was like, I hate every. Can you believe that? Who pretends to be a whole nother gender?
Excuse me.
I'm heated actually thinking about it again. It was like 4 years ago, but just know that was the one and only time I was catfished.
Oh my god, and you weren't even out yet, right?
No, that was kind of the worst part, because I was like, what if this was
Probably
like one of my
just
friends?
back into the closet, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Ran back in that thing.
Shut it, locked.
Didn't come
from
out
the
for another
inside.
year. Anyways, that was my
Right.
story.
Right.
His Tinder?
My Tinder?
Open it.
You want to see my Tinder?
I want to see your picture. Yes.
Yeah, so
Let me see.
for those who don't know, half of my pictures are from the photo shoot that I did with her.
Okay, me too.
Right.
Me
So I
too.
have that.
Wait, so how many do you have? Wait, how do I?
You just have it. You just have it.
Oh.
Yeah. I have that one, which is my pride and joy. It's the simping thing where everyone does this. It's a Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I was like, where are you in that picture?
I'm just gonna rate your Tinder profile, okay? Y'all can keep talking.
Why are we rating my stuff now?
Because I'm gonna get you a wife.
Well, just know that you can actually find a wife or a husband on there, because
It's happened.
I will say I do have something that tells us.
You look a little crazy in this.
That's
When
cute.
am I not?
I think it's the hair. You look good.
Yeah, it is.
The point is, I
Not
feel
good.
like there's a struggle with dating apps, because it's like, am I gonna find a long term? Is this a hookup? I definitely feel like Bumble's definitely more like dating, and Tinder's more hookups. But I know people who are married now, and they met on Tinder actually.
So romantic.
So it's what I will say is that it's possible, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you rate mine?
I've never seen yours.
No, you have?
No, I haven't. Not your bio.
My bio is like nothing. You're gonna hate it. I don't even think it's. I don't even use Tinder that much, except for that one time yesterday you did see me on Tinder. But, anyways,
I want to say mine was like, I take pics. LOL.
that's
Not
cute,
porn.
quirky.
Quote unquote. Enter.
Guys,
quote,
I don't
quote,
even have
no.
a bio. I don't even have a bio.
But I actually had my Moments of Grace Instagram linked to it. Because I wanted to get clients. That was all about that money.
I do have my Instagram linked.
Yeah.
I have my Instagram linked. That's it.
I have my Instagram linked. I actually people have their Spotify linked. I don't because I don't have Spotify. Well, I don't have premium on Spotify.
Oh, love this. I'm cropped out.
I will say, yeah. Well, I don't...
Isabella.
It does not say Isabella on there.
Yeah, it does.
Why does it not say Issa on there?
Wait, why do you not know your own name?
I don't really use it anymore.
Aw, wait, you're so cute.
Anyways.
Aww, wait. You're wearing that shit right now.
What?
Can I just say... I love that most of the pictures are I've taken of her.
Oh, I think all of them except for maybe
Except
one.
you.
I took myself.
You're so cute.
Anyways, moving on.
Forward.
What?
I'm just going.
She's enthralled.
Okay. You don't know Issa, right? Let's scenario, okay? Issa, she scrolls on over.
I'm scared too.
To the guys. Not the gays, to the guys.
To the guys.
Okay.
Right.
And
Once in a blue moon.
I'm sorry, I just saw this as lesbian woman. Okay. Moving on.
It says that too?
Yeah.
What the f-
Okay.
It's in my bio. It's in my
So, okay. You scroll on her, okay, you don't know her. I'm not saying, like, would you swipe right, but you see her profile, and all it is her Insta. She's a dry Insta. Or not dry Insta, dry bio.
Right.
Not even, like, I'm not even saying, like, what she looks
picture.
like. Would that be enough for you to swipe?
With just without
So I'm
seeing...
not gonna lie, honey. This looks like a hookup Tinder. It does.
Without seeing...
Take it what you want, honey.
Without knowing what she looked like, if I stripped away the picture and just the bio, no. If you stripped away the pictures, no. But let's be fair here. Whenever people on Tinder, no one does this. Like, no one actually hits the I button and scrolls down.
Okay.
I only do
this
if
is
I'm
the thing. When I was on Tinder, it wasn't like this. It was different.
Well, what should
you
we
could
do?
automatically see the bio. Now it's like you literally just
You have to click, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why I do that. I just don't want to talk about myself. I'm like, if you want to see me, if you want to talk to me, then we can talk after. That's how I feel. You know? What would my bio be? Hey, hi. I don't like the bios. I barely read them on
Really?
I literally have a commercial in my bio.
I think bios
That's
are
good,
like honestly. I'm gonna pretend I'm swiping on Tinder. I see yours. I'm like, oh, she must not have a personality. I'm just saying. I think
You can't tell in my smile that I have a personality.
I'm just saying. I don't know
disagree.
you. I don't know you.
I don't
all I see is a few pics.
I have a family. I almost said dog. I don't have a dog.
I don't know. I think this needs to. We need to up in your bio game, Issa.
You can
It's
put a bio in there if you want.
It's a little embarrassing. Okay, I'm joking. Okay, it's not embarrassing. If y'all don't understand I'm joking. But I will say I do like the fact that you have a good amount of pictures.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like a unique amount of pictures.
Yeah.
You okay in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say I read that when I was doing research for this podcast, that if you put your education, you get it's 10 times higher of a chance for someone to swipe on you or something. Like 92% of what matters is education or something. Like people are really interested in that.
Yes, they hope that you're not dumb as a rock.
Well, this isn't always necessarily true. It definitely isn't. But I think a lot of people see education as, okay, like, they're either A, serious about life, or they're going to be, like, have a good job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, which isn't true, but I think a lot of people correlate that in their brain.
Or even, they go to my school. Like, I'll swipe on someone a little bit more if they go here.
Well, yeah, because it's the closer...
Well, especially in college.
Yeah.
Hookups.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Nobody wants to drive. I mean, some people do, obviously.
Some people do.
To drive 1 hour to College Station to get to A&M, like...
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like to know that, like, they go to Sam Houston. I'm at Sam Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, you live 1 minute away?
Come on over.
Bet. Same apartment complex? Even better, honey.
Right.
Let's go.
I'm gonna stop talking. But yeah, I agree with that. Do y'all have any crazy stories that you're willing to tell? I'm trying to think of one. I just don't want to expose myself.
So
I just think as long as you're safe, be safe.
Oh yeah.
No.
All I'm gonna say is if you're going to meet somebody, tell one of your friends.
Oh, for sure.
Tell one of your friends.
Yeah, you always tell people.
Yeah. I've heard too many Tinder horror stories where the girl ends up in the ditch dead. Yeah. So,
Right.
Yeah.
not to make this morbid, but I mean, there are those stories out there where people, like, they don't come home.
Yeah. As a guy, you probably know that it's like for girls, they might be worried or hesitant to meet up with a boy. Is there a way you like try to make them
Where do you,
feel comfortable?
when you do, the people that you do maybe have met up with, where do y'all tend to meet? Is it like obviously a public place?
Well, yeah, it's obviously in a public place.
I would say like coffee shop. Like that's a safe bet.
I always say coffee shop or somewhere on campus here at Sam Houston because, I mean, especially during the day, you know, you never do anything at night. Even if you think the person may be good, it's at night.
Yeah.
And the person who puts you in a ditch may not be the dude you're dating. You know
so do you typically like only like message, or do you ever like FaceTime call them just to kind of like hear what they sound like?
I don't really FaceTime or call because.
What about Snapchat? Like, do you ever get proof of evidence that they're actually real?
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, usually. This is gonna sound pretty bad, but if they ever link their Instagram in their profile, I'll like lurk it for like a minute.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad at all.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, then you ain't doing Tinder right.
And then I'll look them up on Instagram and be like, this profile isn't real.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty. It's very like easy to spot that as well. Yeah.
And so there's that, but like I don't really FaceTime or call. That's just not the way I do things.
So like, do you think with yourself, like, do you think that would you rather obviously meet somebody in person? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
and obviously with COVID, like that's definitely been
it's
a harder thing.
It's a lot harder. But there's just a lot more benefits about meeting someone in person because, I mean, you know. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with meeting, I'm talking in circles, but when you meet someone in person, you get a feel for their true a lot of times their personality, you know, how they speak, how they react to things in the moment.
Yeah.
And that matters a lot because, you know, it's like when you text someone, you get time to think about what you're going to say. Yeah. You can type something, say, I don't like that, delete it. Yeah. Just figure something else out.
You can also like tend to make yourself sound a little better. I know personally, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to the gym, and in my head, like, I'm not going to the gym. I'm going to the
bed. And that's probably another reason I don't FaceTime or call is because usually when I text people, I'm doing other things because I just can't sit down and text people. Like, if you can do that, more power to you. Yeah. But I just can't.
I think until it gets a little bit not serious, but like, okay, I actually kind of think I could like this person is when I would probably
for sure
start FaceTiming. But I'm not the one, like, there's some people who want to FaceTime after, like, you meet the
start one. I'm like, no.
There are people, what do y'all think about this? There's been people who are like we were here, and they're very, like, after you match the first day, they want to, like, hang out that night. That's wild to me because I want to, like, make sure you're not a freaking killer.
Yeah, I have to gauge who you are. You know, I mean, you have to gauge who that person is, and it's just almost impossible to do day one.
I mean, I think that's just very hookup. Like, come over tonight. I'm like, dude. I also have a rule. If you don't know my middle name,
I can't be a hypocrite. I've done that. I can't be a hypocrite.
Okay, listen. I'm just saying, like,
it also did help.
2 hours.
That like. I kind of knew them like through someone else, so
that's completely different.
Yeah, that's.
So you haven't. Okay, that's completely. Well, but you've probably met. Okay, so like y'all match. Say a couple messages. He says, "Come over tonight, like sleep over." What, you're going? And that's fine. I respect you for that.
In the mindset that I was back then, yes.
Okay. All I'm saying is I would probably wait a couple of days and then go over.
Thinking back, I mean, I've talked to Jessica about this, like, thinking back, and, like, I didn't really realize the, like, obviously, like, stranger danger, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But, like, looking back, I'm just like, that was really stupid.
You were younger,
so I was very ignorant.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I didn't really, like, you always like know the dangers. I didn't really do anything like stupid. That's not what I'm saying. But like thinking back, I could have done some things smarter just to have like extra like protection of knowing like I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and the thing is, you know, as a guy, again, I can't. Again, I always say this before I say stuff like this. I can't speak on what it's like being a female because I'm a guy.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that you know, I've always, at least whenever I met up with people, try my hardest to, not try to come off like that because, again, like I said, I respect people way too much.
Yeah.
And I respect their personal lives.
Yeah. I have such a funny story that I'm gonna tell
you know
right
what I mean?
now.
I respect it way too much. So
Do you have any funny Tinder stories? Like you met up with them and it was just really funny. Because I'm gonna expose myself right now, and people are gonna be like, "Wow, Grace Ann." So I'm not gonna say everything. Do you want to hear my story?
Go ahead.
Real quick.
The question.
Real quick. I know I talk too much, guys. Podcast. What can I say? So let's just say we were laying in his bed, and all of a sudden. Like nothing's happening. Like we're just vibing. Like literally just like laying in bed. And all of a sudden,
oh god,
he pulls out his phone and he's like, "Do you want to watch priest videos on YouTube?" I was like, "What?"
No, he didn't.
Oh, and what do you say to that?
No, I'm leaving right now after I call the cops. That's what I'm saying.
Dear fucking God.
Priest? This is what I say. I say, "Sir, I'm leaving." I said, "Oh yeah, I forgot to in my car."
This is the thing. This is like my phase where in life where I was just like, I was not used to male attention. So I was like, "Oh, okay. Sure." Also, this was like one of my first experiences like with Tinder. Honestly.
So you and
this was my very first time I had ever met anybody off of Tinder.
So you and this boy laid in his bed watching priest videos. Can you explain what a priest video is?
So, I have learned that the big reason why he had swiped right on me was because
you were Catholic?
He thought I was pretty or whatever, but like when we were talking on Tinder, he had found out that I was Catholic. Like that's actually one of the first questions he asked me, which honestly,
is that a key?
Should have known then that like he literally straight up was like, "Are you Catholic?" Yeah.
He wants you to dress up in a nun outfit.
Oh my god.
That's not the Bible.
Wait, I'm actually like
what did you watch?
Like my friends know this story, right? And there's like more to it. But the point was, we laid in a dark room and we watched priest videos.
In a dark room?
All the lights were out. And we were
Grayson, this is the beginning of a murder movie. Like with the freaking exorcist cross, like with the blood.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here to tell the story.
I thought it would.
Wait.
I thought it would be funny to tell. So I feel like a weight has been lifted off.
Let that go.
I'm letting it go.
Let that go.
Tossing it.
We all have to go through those experiences. I don't know if anybody can top that.
Can you top that? Because I just thinking back, I was just like, wow.
I can't say I've had an experience.
Guys, whenever you meet people, just be careful.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if they say they're Christian. Nothing bad happened.
That is bad to me.
That's just strange.
The best part was it was his favorite priest ever. Apparently, I can't remember his name, but he was like a famous priest. It wasn't Joel. He's not a priest, but
he's a con man.
I'm talking like a priest. Like
he just wait.
That's good.
I'm shook. I'm shocked by this.
I thought I told you this story.
I didn't put it together that like y'all were in bed watching with the lights off and he said, "You want to watch a priest video?" Like, and then what did he
My question is, sir, why are you on Tinder trying to find a wife?
Sir, get over your obsession to the Catholic Church.
Oh God.
Keep that between you and Jesus.
You know what? If there's anything that y'all can learn from me back at home, if you're driving to a Tinder date right now, let this be a lesson.
Be safe.
Let this be a lesson. Just be safe when you meet people. Okay?
He says,
like I said, nothing bad happened.
No.
But
besides that,
I think looking back, it's freaking hilarious. So I'm okay. I'm all good.
You're great. You learned from it, and I know it's not.
I remember telling this to Anna and Jessica, and they were like, "Well, Anna was dying.
I can't believe
she was
that
crying.
happened.
She was like, "What? This is her? What?"
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Something that happened. I was I just don't know how I feel about this. I kind of want to let it out.
Right.
I was hanging out with a girl, and later on she showed me her OnlyFans. And I'm not judging anybody on OnlyFans, but I just would have loved to know, I think, that she was like an OnlyFans girl. Not that makes her anything different. I just,
you got to see it for free.
Perhaps. You should feel blessed.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
You should feel blessed.
Chef's kiss.
You're right. That's freaking funny.
Do you know how many guys would have paid for that?
Oh, don't be weird.
I mean, she must be.
He's right.
No, he's right. She's making a check.
It's sad but true.
So have you ever had an experience like that?
No.
Have you had a girl like pull up and be like, let's talk about Jesus?
Okay. I will never give someone my address over text unless I've met them before. Because if you do that,
you are wise.
If you give someone your address,
especially you're a dude.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Well, first off, you don't need to know where I live.
Like, he's got a nice bachelor pad.
That's very true.
Something like that. Like, one, they don't need to know where I live. Two,
true.
It's my private place of living.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally where I live, do homework, cook, eat, sleep, do everything. Take a shower.
Yeah.
Use the restroom. I do everything there. I'm not gonna let you know just where I live because two, if I haven't met you before, I don't know who you are. True. I don't know who you know. I mean, I don't know what connections you have.
Wait, so at what stage then would you give, like, if y'all have like been on a couple dates, like
that?
Okay.
A couple. So I know them.
Ladies, if you can't see how respectful this man is.
Who respect you? Can I ask a question though to both of you?
I'm not over 6 feet and I don't drive a truck though, so.
You're not over 6 foot?
I'm 5'11". Okay, well, I'm
tall.
I'm 6
hey,
even.
At least he's honest.
I was gonna say you were over 6 foot.
You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. Did I finish that reference? I will ask you though, how quick do you invite them over or go over on a date?
How quick?
Yeah.
Like to my apartment or wherever they are?
Yes.
2 to 3 dates.
2 to 3 dates. What about you? Oh, we already know the answer. Okay.
Are we really outing me right now?
We know the answer to that.
Okay,
I think this is what's important. Vincent and I, we did everything so right.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I literally had to pump the brakes.
Oh.
Like, I feel like, I remember talking to my friends about how, like, I feel like I always just, like, make out. You know, it's like, I'm not like Mason. I'm like I said, like, I wasn't looking for a relationship on Tinder. I was more so like, I just want to make out, you know? And so, what?
No, I'm thinking of
so here's the thing. So, before I even, like, I think I actually deleted Tinder, like, a month before I even asked Vincent for his phone number. Just because, like, I just wasn't at a right place I was just like, I don't like this app anymore. Yeah. I felt like I looked in the mirror and I was just like, who are you? Like, I felt like guys' attention was so important to me, and that app was literally like controlling my life. Like, I wasn't like a Tinderholic, but I feel like I'd be like, oh, I didn't get a match. You know what I mean? So it's like, I wonder why type of thing. So I ended up deleting it, and then I had literally always thought that Vincent was so cute in class, and I think a good solid month had gone by, and that's when I finally like asked him for his like Snapchat and not Tinder. Vincent has never been on
Let me set you up on Tinder.
I asked for his Snapchat and his phone number, and I remember talking to my friends, being like, I'm happy that I asked that, and I wasn't even on the dating apps anymore, because like I didn't want him to have any sort of reason to think that like I wasn't serious about us.
Yeah. Also,
here's the thing: the guy seriously did not think that I liked him for weeks.
Yeah.
Even though I literally told him that I liked him. Never just went in his brain. You got a comment to say, sir?
You didn't tell me.
I literally asked him, are you talking to anybody? And if not, this is me shooting my shot.
Vince, that's a little...
The first time we ever hung out at the library. And he's over here saying I didn't know. Okay.
I respect your humility. If a person looks at me a certain way, I'm like, they like me.
Ignorance is bliss.
Unless they really like me.
Moving forward. Moving forward. I don't even know what I was saying. What was I saying?
I don't know.
You were...
Something about dating.
Oh, how me and Vincent, like, honestly, we moved at a very good pace, a healthy pace.
And that's why others said.
And yeah, honestly, because I honestly think, like, we've actually had this conversation. If I would have treated him kind of like a hookup type situation, not really sure if we would even be together.
Yeah.
You know? Also, I don't even think he would have let me treat him like that in the first place.
Question.
No, because we actually went on like a proper date and everything. I'm gonna shut up now.
And that's what we're here.
Y'all are learning so much about
This
me.
is the thing. Do y'all? I've heard many guys say this, so I want to ask. Do you? I've heard guys tell girls to not give it up, or give a lot up so soon because you'll automatically see them as that. If they want a relationship, like some girls go into with boys and it's like, I'm gonna hook up with him so he likes me and then we can keep talking and then we can date. But I've heard a lot of guys say, if you really want me to like you relationship wise, don't give it up for a while.
It took Vincent weeks to kiss me. I had to work for that. I'm just saying.
Okay.
When you have a crush on someone that big.
Is this a therapy session, love? Vincent, do you need to come on? Okay, what do you think as a guy though? Like, is that an accurate statement?
So, I think it just depends on who you're talking to. Because some guys, I guess they're into that or whatever, right? Whatever, right?
They like the chase.
Yeah, the thing is on Tinder, the people do it because there's a thrill to the hunt. I mean, like there's
Barracuda.
but the thing is, that's why you see people who are hopelessly like me, hopelessly trying to date people, keep trying to do it because there's a thrill to the chase. I mean, there's a certain thrill to the hunt. You know what I mean? And so, but again, it's like I said way back in the bit about what I'm into. I just want someone's person. Like to me, if you date someone, it's less about you're in a romantic relationship together, more than that you're good best friends and that you enjoy each other's company.
Very true.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
If that's what your relationship is, then you're in a healthy relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? And so, you know, I mean, it just that's how I look at it. That's what people try to get. That's at least what I try to do.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard because some people don't look for that, and it's really disappointing to say the very least. But you know.
Especially our age, I feel like people waste this time our age just for hookups and like having fun, which is fine. But then like later on, they're like, I don't want just looks. I don't want just lust. Like I want something. And
with that, we said earlier, I ran a few polls on Instagram, and I'm here to tell you the results.
I'm excited.
We got some good stuff. So let's talk about online dating. Speed round. Okay. Do you use dating apps? 48% said yes, I do. 52% said no, I don't. Okay. What do you use more? And the options were Tinder or Bumble. Pretty close, actually. 53% Tinder, 47% Bumble. So pretty close. And I asked a question. Tell me about your worst date
online
ever,
dating experience.
Okay? One person said, did speed dating. And one guy said, I love to do drugs. Hard pass. Next, please.
What?
At least, you know, he's telling you right away. No surprises.
I honestly
Honesty is the best policy.
One girl said, we went golfing during a pandemic. Not really sure how to...
Okay.
How did that end?
Whatever floats your goat.
This one hit me right here.
Oof.
2 fake dates. End of story.
That'll do it.
Mason, have you ever been stood up?
Yes. Vincent, yes.
Yeah, because that's gotta hurt. I personally have never been stood up, but even just seeing it like on a movie, even reading that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Well, I mean, it certainly happened where I've asked the person, like, hey, do you want to, like, you need to meet up and stuff like that. And crickets.
Okay, so rejection. Maybe.
Yeah, and there'll be rejection. I don't think I've ever been stood up because, quite honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you never will be, because honestly,
Hopefully.
I don't think you
if
will.
you're watching this, any future dates with Mason?
Don't stand him up.
He is a stand-up guy. Do not stand him up. Thank you. Thank you. Someone else said, matched with the girl, talked for a while, all to find out that she wanted to join her and her BF.
That was me. I put that. Don't do that. That's freaking weird.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Or at least put it in your bio, like in all cap letters.
Someone else said they have so many stories and they're actually going on a date tomorrow. Will likely be bad. We'll keep us updated.
Please.
Love
we might
that.
FaceTime you in.
Yeah. And then so many people wrote in about what turns them off the most. So let's just do a few.
Okay.
Basically, if they do any sort of drugs, this is my biggest
You'll die on this hill?
pet. I will die on this hill. When they're on the phone, when you're trying to talk to them, that is so unattractive.
Oh, that is unattractive.
So unattractive. Look me in the eye when I'm trying to talk to you.
Yes.
I love eye contact.
agree with that.
Friendships. Vincent, when we were in the talking phase, I couldn't stop looking at him. I was like, look me in the eye. And he gave me such good eye contact, and I was like, he's a keeper.
Good
okay.
job. People out there look into their eyes. That is a turn
Everyone
off.
listening is like, wow, Gracie Ann is literally crazy. But I mean, relatable. Come on, you can't tell me. You cannot look me in the eye and tell me that you don't enjoy me
For
talking
sure.
to you
Eye
in the
contact
eye.
is everything.
It's a respect thing, you know.
It's also more.
Also, I know some people like kind of suffer from like being anxious and like nervous when talking to new people, so I get that. But to an extent, look me in the eye. Thank you.
Look me in the eye.
Telling me things they would change about me or things they prefer about girls. Honey?
Have you ever done that?
No.
Okay, I'm about to soccer punch you in the face
No,
right now.
of course not. Of course he hasn't.
That's just
Yeah.
stupid.
That's literally disgusting. I hate that.
That's just like dumb.
People are dumb.
You don't say that
Yeah.
ever.
This one, she said, when I'm a double texter, so like, but like I'm a double texter with literally everybody in my life. Sometimes
You're
I triple
saying
text or
this?
triple text. This girl said when people double text and think you're not replying fast enough. I do agree with
Yes.
not replying fast. Like they are like, why aren't you replying fast enough? But like I naturally double text.
But you double text like you don't. I don't think.
Yeah. I think what she means is like, hey, you there?
Yes.
Hey, where are you?
That's
That type of
weird.
thing. Yeah.
That's weird.
Because that is very...
Especially
Don't
if
do
we
that.
haven't even
Don't do
met
that.
more than.
Especially if it's like 1 minute.
Oh.
Even then, don't do it. If they talk mostly about themselves and don't ask me enough questions.
So true.
If I could snap, y'all snap.
I got you.
Thank you. Because that is true.
Very true.
Nobody wants to be with someone who is super self-centered.
No.
That's very unattractive.
So very unattractive. I'm very passionate about that.
Go into it.
That's one of the, so far all of you've said, that's one of the biggest turnoffs. Not that I want it to be all about me, but like, I want to ask questions about you, that will give you a chance to talk. You do vice versa.
And I think that is a big, like, red flag right there, because it's like, okay, is this how the entire relationship's going to be? And then, like, you're literally not even going to let me get 2 words in. It's just going to be all about you. Like, they're probably never going to want to do anything that you're going to want to do. It's all going to be about
100%.
them.
It is.
Moving on. Someone that shares too many emotions, wants confirmation all the time. Be confident. I can see where they're coming from, but at the same time, I think that's why love language is super important, because it seems to me like this person, they've been talking or been with someone who was like words of affirmation was like something that they needed.
Yeah.
So I think love language is very important.
What's your love language, Mason? Do you know?
No idea.
If you could guess, do you like
So you're an introvert.
Yes, very much.
Do you want an extrovert? Or do you want an introvert?
I feel like you need an extrovert.
Oh,
you
God.
need someone to pull you out of that box.
Yeah.
Well,
But like at the same time, your box is totally fine.
well, yeah, I know that. Like, but
Be you.
thanks. Yeah, be you, people. But so my love language, God, no one has ever talked. Granted, like I said, I'm a hopeless romantic. Like when it comes to stuff like this, because
What's the most romantic thing you've done for a girl? I
Cute.
love this.
the most. Actually, I do. I think I have an answer to this. When I was in high school, the one and only relationship I've been in that I think it was over a year it lasted.
Those will get you.
Heart been broke so many times.
Thanks. When I was asking her to, I was actually super proud of this.
I'm so excited.
Proud of it. So I was asking your homecoming, right? Because
Okay.
you know, the bigger the better. Right?
For sure.
And so we were doing. So when I was in high school, and when I started college, I was a music kid. Right? I was a music major when I started college. I was a band kid, all throughout, and I was a drumline, right? So what I did was when I asked her to homecoming, I had everyone. I had convinced the entire drumline to help me out with this.
Aww.
I had them all turn around, and I had her name, and I said Hoka, and they were doing a set where they were marching down the field, and they would all spin. You know what I mean? To show them facing front, and it had to like posted all across like the letters on there.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Then she broke my heart.
That's how it goes, Mason.
And then it ended super toxic. So
That's how it often goes.
Yep.
That's you know what, but this is about you. That is very sweet.
yeah, I tried.
And girls out there, that's sweet.
All of his links will be in the bio
Yes.
down below. Moving on, a few more. If they're vain, full of themselves, could not agree more.
Oh my god.
You don't need to look at yourself in the mirror every time you pass it. Thanks. Bye. Be confident, but don't be self-obsessed. I agree.
There's a fine line.
When they're full of themselves, yeah. When they talk over you, let me get my words out. Thank you. You don't need to be like that.
Yeah, no.
Like, chill. Arrogant, I agree. When they think it's cute to be a player or a cheater. Ooh. I agree with that. When I've had an experience, like, a while back where it was literally, like, what was it? He was like, oh, you're not going to reply fast enough? I got, like, 5 other girls waiting. I was like, yo.
I broke up with a
You're
boy
not
because
even
of
cute.
that. That's how I broke up with one of my boyfriends. And he's a great guy. I don't know why I went that hard. Why do? But he was like, you know I can get anyone. I said, then go, sir. And I had it
You need to let him go.
He's a good guy, though. But anyways, don't be arrogant.
What do you think about all that? Like, what about you? Like, what turns you off?
Oh, so I have a couple big turnoffs. The main one that's like on Tinder and for dating profile purposes is and this is just me, folks. This is a public service announcement.
Another PSA from Mason Edison.
PSA.
Listen, I don't care what kind of politics you're into,
Okay.
right? I don't care what side of the aisle you fall into.
Okay.
But let me tell you something. Not all people on either side are bad.
Okay.
Right? If a person's a good person, they're a good person.
Yeah.
Right? I like to think of myself as a somewhat good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it boggles my mind when people are like, if you're a Republican, don't even bother swiping. I will swipe right in spite of you.
That's actually a lot of people on Tinder.
You know what I mean? And it just boggles my mind because it's like, oh my goodness.
This is such a boy, like...
It's so stupid.
Okay.
Like it's not even like I literally cannot see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Because it's like you are judging people you are judging me and a lot of other people on the basis of politics rather than the basis of who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're trying to get in a relationship, you're already eliminating half of the people because no one wants to be in a relationship where like every single thing that I believe in, you're going to judge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to say that I'm wrong for it, and I'm this.
I do agree, but at the same time, I think that's like, if they're going to be like that, wouldn't you want to know right away?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
True.
Listen, people. Keep politics out of your relationship. Like, I understand, like...
I don't agree with that.
Years down months or weeks down the road, don't kick it off with it.
I think it's because he thinks... I think you think differently. You're probably very, like, open to a lot of ideas.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like for some people who are like, this is what I'm passionate about, this is this, that's why politics have to be in. So
well, I'm not saying you should eliminate from it because it's certainly important.
Yeah.
It's certainly important, but don't make it the framework or the groundwork of the relationship that you're trying to build.
Yeah.
I mean, Issa and I have talked about this before. Like, I don't care if you're liberal, Republican, Democrat, independent, whatever. As long as you have good morals, and the two big ones for me is like homophobic and racist.
Yeah.
Like, those are the things that like I can't associate
again,
with
it's
you.
like I said, if you're a bad person, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, just because I think that a certain Republican candidate
Yeah.
for Congress is better than a Democrat, that just means, oh, you're a terrible person. Like, okay, like, whatever you say,
Yeah,
all-knowing one. You know what I mean?
So this is my politics.
I feel like you've been through something like this personally.
No, I have seen that actually. It's
Well, I think at the same time, though, I think I understand just because of exactly what is going on right now and all of it. Like, let's be real here. There's a lot of people online that like to be fake woke about politics and they don't actually know anything.
So
it's like I said, it's on both sides of the aisle.
It hurts me.
So that's why I say, like, once you're in a relationship with a person and you know their personality, like, then you could start having hard discussions like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, I don't feel the same, though, because it's like, what if you really like that person, then all of a sudden they think very differently about something that, like, you believe in.
Well, there's certain
and then
things
it's like, well, damn.
that shouldn't be politics. You know what I'm saying? That,
True.
like, I shouldn't consider, like, the black... Huh?
Human rights.
Yeah, like, the black guy, like, human rights, it's like, that shouldn't be our political stance. That's, like, a moral stance, in my opinion.
Well, yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
So...
And that's the thing, and that's what, like, that's what, like, people confuse human rights with politics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so they assume, because this has actually happened to me before, they assume because, you know, and I say this, I voted one time Republican, and that was just in a local election in Katy. You know what I mean? I was in a local...
I know my rights, people.
I was in a local...
I get out and vote.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Support local.
And because of that, it's like, oh, you're a Republican, you don't support Black lives, you don't support gay rights.
Well, that's why it's very
That's
toxic.
dramatic.
It's very toxic when people say, like, I don't want Republican
like,
friends, I don't want Democrat friends.
And
like,
that's why I say it's like, well, even then, like, going even a little, like, it doesn't, it shouldn't, it should matter, like, if you are racist or homophobic or xenophobic or what, transphobic or whatever you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That should matter. But if you think X candidate who may perhaps aside with this, just think about how stupid it is when people say you voted for this person who lines up better with this political party than this person, therefore you are this.
Yeah,
I respect that. That makes no sense. And people, that's my biggest turnoff is when people like use that to say, oh, you're this. I'm like, you have just started talking to me and you are already saying what I am. Like, you have no clue who I am.
X plus Y doesn't always equal to Z.
No.
True.
2 plus 2 equals 5, therefore you're this. Like, okay.
I respect that. Okay, that's a big turnoff. Closed-minded, maybe? What would you call
no,
that?
closed-mindedness, absolutely. Closed-mindedness.
I feel the same. Closed-mindedness
is an absolute turnoff.
Also, the arrogance probably is the big one for me.
I will say that. I mean, I've never met an arrogant woman. I'm not friends with a lot of arrogant people.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people in this room.
No,
have. I have not.
No.
Bless my heart. Bless my heart for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
An arrogant woman. Is that what you said?
Yeah, and again, I have not met one, so I'm not going to say how. Oh my God, it's a pandemic. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not going to try and act like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, it's women that. There's also women out there that like treat their guy like a boy toy, like you are just an extension of their personality. Yeah. And it's like, no.
Oof.
Like this is a 50-50 thing.
Who hurt you?
That's very true. Also, some people like stay in relationships just to stay in one, like just to say like, oh, I'm with someone or we look good together.
I'm just gonna ask this. This is my last question for you. Have you ever been on a date with a girl or someone who, or just talked to someone who, 100% like, basically all the bills were gonna be on you and she was never gonna put anything like?
No, thank God, and that. Again, like
which
I
is
said,
a problem.
This is a 50-50 thing. I am not like your...
It's not going to kill you to split the bill, honey.
Yeah,
or
like,
even pay for his dinner. It doesn't always have to be the other way.
Yeah, like
come on.
Like, you know what I mean? And I understand it's a chivalry thing. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Like, the fact that, you know, men need to be more gentlemanly is true. It's certainly true.
But it's also just being a nice thing.
Yeah, it's just being.
You cannot get a pedicure for a couple weeks. Go spend some money on your boyfriend. Like, if you don't treat him like a king,
100%.
and he should treat you like a queen,
Exactly.
or treating two queens, like treat your woman like a queen, and
feel
she'll
that
treat
way.
you like a queen, or he'll, treat him like a king, and he'll treat you like,
Yeah.
it's like. I'm getting kind of confused what I'm saying. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a two-way street.
And again, it goes both ways. Like, a woman should not be an extension of a man's personality, and
Yeah.
a man should not be an extension of a woman's personality.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is probably the second biggest turnoff for me, other than
Yeah.
closed-mindedness, is whenever someone is, you can just feel it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you're just going to be an extension of.
Yeah. Also, I think pay attention to the people or the person in your relationship, and how I feel like money is not a big thing, but it can be a big thing. Like,
It can be it's a very awkward subject for me. I hate talking about money.
but like when I'm in a relationship, like I like buying them stuff and like spending money on them.
Me too.
But it's like you got to see like who's willing to give you like. There's like that quote, and it's like one person has $100, one person has 10, and you ask both of them for money, and they both give you $10. But that was 100% of this person's money, and that was 10% of this person's money. Like, I think you need to pay attention to that, and like really, for me, that stuff matters. Like,
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
don't know. I don't
Like,
know. I don't know.
It's a kindness of heart thing. Like, I live by two mantras. One of them, and these are mantras that I don't know where they're from, but I'm sure they're from somewhere. One of them is, no matter how much darkness there is in the world, let your light never die.
Yeah,
And then the other one is,
I like that.
oh God, what is it? It's be as kind as possible, even to the worst person in the world.
I agree with that too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, it's a thing that I think a lot of people, just everywhere, not even in relationships, just as a general statement, could learn from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we live in an era of cancel culture and, bitterness between
Yeah.
people, and it's kind of sad. But you do, and you can only do your best with what you have, and that's your two bare hands in your mind.
Why am I gonna cry?
That's so
Right
accurate.
now.
I think everybody should live
That
by
was
that.
beautiful, Mason. Dude, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
No problem.
Seriously,
Thank you so much.
Like, this was so much fun. This
Are
is
you
gonna
getting
be a long
teary-eyed?
one. I'm literally getting teary-eyed. I was like, wow, that's kind of beautiful.
Yeah. What a way to end it, right?
Wow.
Yes, soon we're
Told
gonna
you I'm
have to
gonna
do
cry.
a segment of speed dating something, and I think
Yes.
it'll be fun. Next time you come on, we'll
Yes.
have some people maybe.
Don't
Perhaps.
look at me. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so blessed and appreciative for each and every one of y'all. Merch coming soon.
March coming soon.
Maybe. We'll see.
Perhaps.
We'll see.
At least for
Perhaps.
us.
At least for
Merch
us.
for these two.
At least for us.
Merch for me, but not for thee.
Where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at, it's 3 different handles. On Instagram, my public profile is little_mason
Right here.
right there. My Twitter, which I just got a Twitter.
Okay, love that.
Because
Welcome.
of a job. I know.
Yeah.
Welcome to the shithole, as I say.
Literally.
How are you liking it?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun
I
because
think
of
you
how
would like
awful
it.
it is.
What's your handle?
It's 2 Z's, Zodiac.
Right here.
ZZOODIAC.
Okay.
And then on Snapchat, you're going to have to ask.
Oh.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, stay.
Radiant.
Bye, guys. Peace
That was
out.
pretty
A-Town.
Good job, Mason.
Thank you.
Wow.